Hi, this is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with another review. This week, Leo sent me Hustle Down, and this 2021 film was directed by Alice Fraser and stars Tom Sizemore, Bai Ling, Paul Sidhu, among others, of course. The story of this movie follows Tom Sizemore's character, and he has stolen this car that has a bunch of gangster money inside of it, so it's like a money car. And he stole it for some reasons, but the gangsters aren't happy with him, so they start sending bounty hunters after him, a bunch actually. And so what will happen exactly? You have to watch the movie and find out. Alright, so let's discuss this movie. Well, on this channel we watch lots of B-movies, and I even watch some B-movies that I don't even review. Like, for example, there's a movie called Money Plane. And if you haven't seen Money Plane, well then, here's Kelsey Grammer saying Money Plane.
Money Plane.
And so in the past, I've seen Money Plane, and now this is Money Car.
It's a money car.
Money car. Money car.
So why am I telling you about the money car? I think it's just a fun element of the movie because it's not like a nice car at all. It's like this kind of run-down, older car with different colored panels and whatnot. So I thought it was just a fun element to hide all your money in kind of this really bad car. And so I was just sitting there like, where's the money car? And then they're sitting in traffic with the money car, and you're like, you should not be there. And it's just kind of this funny thing in this movie, this money car. I know, there's Money Plane, and that's the whole shtick of that movie. But the shtick of this movie is the money car.
Maybe we find some place to ditch the car.
We can't ditch the car. We can't ditch the car.
We're standing out, Cully. We've been made.
No, we can't lose the car.
In addition, I thought the story was actually pretty well written. It has lots and lots of different elements that all go into it that really combine and mesh well, I thought. For example, everyone's working for the same mob boss, but they never kind of realize it. So they're all shooting each other, even though they're all supposed to be on the same team, I guess. And then what else? There's also lots and lots of bounty hunters. I loved all the bounty hunters just coming in and having a little gunfight. I thought also the gunfights were really good. There's lots of bullets going around. They're always shooting and stuff. And the gunfights are never, dull or anything. Of course, certain people have some plot armor, but yeah, lots and lots of guns being shot all the time. It looks like they're just doing blanks too, so kind of more in-camera effects and whatnot. But all of it just works so well together. And then again with the storylines, there's also the storyline with Bai Ling's character, and where she has to try to I guess it's get away from a bounty hunter who's trying to bring her to the same bad guy as well. And that just meshes in there well and interweaves with the whole story. And I thought that was good as well. So there's definitely a lot that goes into it. There's no real kind of downtime, people talking in rooms. And even when they're stuck in traffic, there's still a gunfight and whatnot. So there's lots of different things that go into the story that make it fairly enjoyable. Also with the acting, I think Paul did a pretty good job. He plays this bounty hunter named Turk, and he has to go and capture Tom Sizemore and whatnot. But he has a great character. I think he really inhabits the role. He definitely kind of has these intense eyes that I really liked, and his nice trimmed beard is nice as well. And so he definitely does a good job with his acting. Very kind of subtle, but also charismatic, I think. And so definitely, Paul did a good job. And that brings me to what I think doesn't really work with this film. Well, I know I just said Paul was pretty good, but the rest of them were not good. Tom Sizemore, he seems to be lost half the time. I actually learned a new word recently, the geezer teaser. It's all of these, older actors starring in these action movies like Bruce Willis and whatnot. And Tom Sizemore kind of fills that role as well. So this is kind of like a geezer teaser movie. But he's just kind of lost. Even in some situations, I guess it's the script as well. But he's are you talking to me? Is this happening now? I just found it he was just so lost throughout the whole thing. He didn't really seem to be really into it. Really, he wasn't very charismatic. I've definitely seen him do better for sure. So it was kind of surprising to see him not, do his best this time. Same with Bai Ling. I actually really like Bai Ling. I think if we were in a party though, we'd probably clash. Our personalities would clash. But I really am a fan of Bai Ling. I really liked her, in Crank, and then what else was there? The Gene Generation, and then Lord of the Elves or something. So I really enjoy Bai Ling, but I've seen her also do some better acting in her movies. So definitely, there's the big names didn't bring all that they could. So that was a little bit disappointing. Definitely the acting, other than Paul, again, was disappointing. Other than that, the characters, though they do lots of stuff and, there's always stuff happening, there's very little like character development with the characters. Most of them are just kind of surface level. I love my daughter. I gotta get this cash. I gotta go somewhere. I do this for the money. Everything. Everyone's kind of very surface level character, and so there's not that much depth to them. In addition, some of them kind of have, I don't know, kind of hidden motivations. Like there's this one bounty hunter. His name is Angel, but he just kind of like starts killing people for no reason. Like they're just sitting in traffic and he sees someone pulls a gun, so he just pulls his gun and starts firing at people. And I just don't know what his motivation is by the end, and how far he goes just to go off. I don't know what it is, but definitely some motivation is also very unclear. So as long as you're not really looking for characters or character development that much, this should be fine, right? It's just a lot of stuff happening. They're all trying to go for some goals, so it's much more about the plot points rather than the characters, I guess. So it is, I guess, a trade-off, I would say, based on plot versus character. Definitely a trade-off in this movie. So who would I recommend this movie for? Well, if you like B movies like myself, you can turn this one on and enjoy it. There's lots of stuff happening, lots of kind of B movie stuff, and just a ride to go on, I guess, if you're looking for some media. And of course, Tom Sizemore's in there doing his thing. Bai Ling is always fun to see, even if it's not her best performance. So yeah, just B-movie general, okay stuff. As for a rating, I gotta give it the okay score of 4. And having said that, I think that's all I wanted to say. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.